Hey team, it's Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing fantastic tonight. Got a great video of the Grozovoi review, and I was actually inspired to get this after reviewing all the other DDs in the game, and I came across this one, and I said, you know what, why not try it? But before we begin, like, subscribe, bell button below. Thank you guys for all those support of the channel. If you guys want to be part of this community and grow in the channel, grow in the way we play the game, the community, the people that are in it, and just having a blast learning about sailing ships, shooting ships, definitely hit that like, subscribe, bell button below. And thank you for helping out the channel. Our small goal is getting to 1,200 subscribers. Our ultimate goal is to 2,000 subscribers. And at 2,000, we'll have a surprise. We're going to give away a surprise destroyer, but you probably could guess what kind of destroyer since there's not that many at being able to give away. But we'd like to give something back to the community, and I think that's something good to do, because giving back to the community is ultimately what we strive to do. Building the community is also a good thing. I like that because the camaraderie, the aspect of the game, the tactics, things you can learn, and just the overall enjoyment of just working together as a team and as a cohesive unit is really something that I think not many games strive to. I think Sealor Mountainbatten actually in his recent video said that there's not many games that rival World of Warships. There's not much competition out there. So let's make the one thing that's out here the best we can do. So let's get right in the action right here. The Daring. Let's go Daring versus Grozovoi. Let's see how this match goes up. So you see right there, we're both doing what we can do is angling. He's doing a great job to counter my tactics by angling in, but unfortunately he angles in towards my team, which I thought about many times, like, do I angle away, do I angle in, because you kind of throw off these weird angles that throw off gunshots right here. But right now the Grozovoi is just taking very, very easy shots against the Daring, and we're also mitigating damage by cutting away. But you notice that what I really enjoy about is that both DDs have heals. Why do I like heals on gunboat DDs destroyers? Because it forgives mistakes, and you're going to make a lot of mistakes as a gunboat DD. So let's look at this. We're going to shoot, see who can outlast who right here. And I guess it's just the better of who can aim. And boom, /1 RP back to 40. And that is how a Grozovoi versus Daring tactic and counter tactic would work right there. What could he have done better? Really just immediately had driven away and kited away initially. That's what I would have done if I was him. I would literally turn away, not towards my enemy, but turn away both sides, and then get out of dodge in that way and just use the smoke to cover your escape. Live to fight another day. So here we go. I'm going back into clan battles. That first video was just show off the one-on-one versus Daring. Let's go one-on-one versus Shimakaze. Not really much of a competition here, but you can see right now he was spotting me first, since my concealment's only 6, and I believe a Shimakaze can get down to 5.8. But right now you see there's not a match against a Shimakaze and a Grozovoi. The Grozovoi is strictly a gunboat DD in my personal opinion. It does a very fantastic job of it. Look at the arcs. The shell arcs are incredible. They're not like wonky over the hill firing, shooting, gearing style guns. They're very good Soviet kind of style guns. I like the ship when it comes to that aspect of it, especially if you're doing a gunboat DD. I mean, I'm just looking at the stats right here. The guns themselves are really, really good dispersion. The shell speed's fast, and reload time is incredible, 3.16. Now, that's kind of what I saw when I first was doing the review. I saw that, man, this thing has some fast shells and it's good. I mean, the DPM is not all there. It's not the greatest. It's about an average DPM. But the shell arcs are incredible. They're just Soviet-style velocity shells that go really, really fast. And the concealment that was 6. So you have a Soviet destroyer that's 6-kilometer concealment with fast-firing guns, with very accurate, very speedy gun and shells. It's got smoke. It's got a heal. It's got speed boost. It's got literally almost everything. It's like a small little Khabarovsk, but minus the armor and extra set of guns. So I think it's really, really incredible. Now, I think right here I get really, really lucky. Also, bread and butter. Well, not the bread and butter, but actually an addition bonus is the torpedoes. And look what these torpedoes seem to happen to do. I just fired into the smoke right there, and boom, splash 2, or splash 1, that is, RP back to 40. We get a lucky 3-hit torpedo, and I was very shocked and surprised because the torpedoes are just normal kind of Soviet torpedoes where you have enough reaction time, really, about 7-8 seconds, so it was nothing really to gawk at. But now we're taking on the Vampire, which I think is one of the best destroyers in the game. Now let's see how it does. I switched to AP, and we get a lot of overpins. So I thought that the AP on this ship would actually do well, but actually they seem to overpin the Vampire and fuse on the other end, so they really don't provide that much. Look, we're getting 18 overpins, and he's doing way more damage to us, so we had to smoke up and get out of dodge. So that counter tactic right there was, hey, smoke up, go undetected, turn away, and start heading away from a Vampire. We can't really go one-on-one. Again, Vampire, one of the best DDs in the game. I thought I could try to take it on, see how it went, and I honestly think the Grozovoi would have lost in that engagement. The Vampire has some powerful AP. I think its bread and butter is AP. while the Grozovoi really can only focus on the HE kind of style damage, which is more accuracy and just rate of fire. So really, to do that, I mean, he's still firing me in the blind. So I really have to get out of dodge here, and that's a counter tactic. Save as much as you can. You make a lot of mistakes. So that's where the heal comes into play. And I always look for that, because there's only a few destroyers out there that are in the game that are available to you that actually have heals, which, again, why do I say that's so important? As a gunboat DD, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. If you don't have heals, you can't really make mistakes. And honestly, in the life in general, the more you make mistakes, the more you learn, and then you get to adapt and overcome that, as well as come back and live and fight another day. And that's exactly why I think that the heals are very, very important, and that is something that pushes me over the edge of which destroyer to pick. So really, you have like the Khabarovs or most of the Soviet destroyers. A lot of the European destroyers have the heals, and really Daring and Daring only. The only British destroyer I can think of besides the Commonwealth Vampire. Vampire doesn't have any heals, but it's kind of, I clunk it in with the British destroyers because it's like a Daring. But there's really only Daring that has the heals on the British side. So that is why I look at tier 10 in that aspect, in that regard, is that you need to have the heals in order to make mistakes and continuously make a lot of them, so that you can come back and live and fight another day. Try something out, it doesn't work. I mean, you're going to have to go back and toe-to-toe with all types of players and their play styles, because not every player plays the same way. Every player plays differently. You see this vampire decided to come out of the smoke now, or did something else, and just boom, splash 2 RP, go back to 40. That is our second kill of the game, 65,000 damage. And that's how really I play those destroyers, because you have to make a lot of those mistakes. You got to go out and risk your ship, make those engagements, and I think the Grozovoi does a great job of that. The speed is incredible, especially with the engine speed boost. You can get this thing up to, let me check the stats again. You can get this thing up to 41.5 knots, and you add an extra flag there, you could go a little faster. So I think it's a very speedy ship. It's got a lot of HP, 24,400, which is really great with heals. It's got decent torpedo range. You got about 12 there, and then you got 12.3 gun range. I mean, it satisfies single thing as a basic all-around gunboat DD that you really can use in all aspects and all regards. The only thing I could probably gripe about is the AP shells are not as strong as some of these other British-style destroyers or Vampire. You could see that they were overpinning earlier. But for the gun angles, the rate of fire, it's a very good one-on-one kind of style gunboat. The smoke is there for you to get out of dodge, kind of, oh my goodness, I made a mistake. And just watch these AP shells, right? I mean, you're just like, I'm overpinning a Nevsky? Really? So you're really going to have to add the waterline there, 2,600 damage right there, and boom, splash 3 RIP back to 40, and that is how we end the game right there. So really, do I recommend the Grozovoi? Absolutely. I think it is one of the top DDs in the game. The DPM's maybe not there, but it satisfies the role of an all-around gunboat DD that allows you to really get good concealment. It can cap, it can DD gunboat, it can spot well, it can go in and make those engagements again as other destroyers. It can torp, it can do a lot of those things. The AA is trash, like I've always said before. But let's take a look at the build here, and we'll jump to a screenshot in a minute, but just kind of like my basic overall concealment gun build. And here's the commander build as well. Now here's a little bit more in-depth look at what you can see in the stats. You can pause the video, you want to take a look at it. So basically, protecting the guns, protecting the engine room, good accuracy, speed propulsion on mod 4 and module 4 is essential for you to stop starting and juking shells, concealment as always, and the main battery reload. And then the commander build below is really just the gunboat build to maximize that DPM, and that's how I really want to build this ship and get it to where it's at, to just maximize the firepower, see how many shells I could put down range and make those engagements. But anyways, hope you guys are doing well. Pause the video, you want to take a look at it. Like, subscribe up. I'd love you guys to love to support the channel. And again, we're on our way to 1,200 subscribers, 2,000 ultimately go to give away a DD. But until next time, let me know what you think about the video below in the comments section. And until then, be safe, and we'll see you next time on the high seas. Make sure you drop a high, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.